this yours. And
now, why would they do that?
So that's exactly what I asked you guys. I said, oh, no, someone thought, whose Stanley Cup was that? It's not mine. I don't know why anyone would text me. And then you guys got real quiet.
I bet you if you go to Stanley Cup website right now, there's a woman who might resemble you.
There's a white woman holding Stanley Cups. You guys are profiling me as a white woman. Look, okay, do I own 3 Stanley Cups? Yes. Okay. Do I bring them to work? No, because I mostly drink Diet Coke and iced coffee at work. Do I love pumpkin spice lattes? Yes. That's neither here nor there.
I'm just saying things because I know you.
I think that
it has nothing to do with how you look.
And I know you. But I think that if we're all honest, there are things that all of us do where we go, you know what?
Yeah.
Someone could profile me correctly with this one.
You know what I love?
Huh.
Watermelon.
You know
love it. Love it. You know what? Love it. And everyone loves watermelon,
Everyone does. And I'm not ashamed of it.
But I love it.
I'm not ashamed of loving pumpkin
drinking
spice.
from a Stanley Cup, it does make it that much more refreshing.
Curtis, is there anything you'd like to add to this conversation while we're all being vulnerable?
I'm wearing khaki pants.
As
a white guy,
I'm wearing khaki pants. Are you wearing a quarter zip too?
I am wearing a quarter zip.
I got off the rails here. What I was going to say is one thing I love, not Stanley Cups, I do, is good old-fashioned hate. I love hate watching things, whether it's, I know a lot of y'all don't watch reality TV, but I do. Sometimes you hate watch people on the reality shows. I love hate watching and rooting against teams I don't like. Sometimes it's fun to have hatred and animosity, good-natured hatred and animosity as part of entertainment. And I think that that's what we're returning to with the 49ers and Seahawks. This is not the 49ers and Seahawks team that has kind of popped up here and there post-Legion of Boom, where one or the other is bad or good at different times. You know what I mean? Like a dominant 49ers team and then a Seahawks team that's struggling. These are 2 teams that were 2 weeks ago fighting for a number 1 seed that do not like each other. This is what Jaron Reed said.
For one, we get a team that we don't like. Me personally, don't like nothing about them. But, just get a chance to, go at them again. We don't do too much talking. We let our past talk, but we know what's at stake. They know what's at stake. It's about getting out there between them lines and, hitting it head on. Man on man, mano a mano.
We don't like them at all, he said. Bump, yesterday we talked with Uchenna Nwosu and we asked him, hey, you see some of that trash talk, right?
I see everything. Nothing goes unnoticed. We might not reply to it all, but we definitely see it. I don't like the 49. I'm just straight up with it. Like, I don't like him. None of us like him. We shouldn't like them. So, like I said, we just ready for this opportunity. Everybody's mindset's on the right path. Practice has been good all week. Everybody's been attention to detail in the meetings. So, we ready to go out there and show it.
I don't like them. None of us like them. We shouldn't like them. Is this the return of good old-fashioned hate?
It is. And I think it's good for the sport. I think as long as, it stays within the lines. It's not like when I was in the college, we didn't like University of Idaho. They're right down the road, right? And it went a bit too far. There's a couple scuffles that had nothing to do with football, but it was drive-through football hate. But these
Were
are
you
grown,
involved in these scuffles?
I can't confirm or deny that. But these are grown men, and it's not going to escalate outside of this. But this is good for the sport. This is good for the rivalry. It's like it's igniting something. You have the best division in football. Or you got 3 teams with 12-plus wins. This is the way it's supposed to be. I hope the Rams don't like us either, and I hope we don't like the Rams. I love this, man. And it's refreshing that Uchenna and Jay Reed are willing to come out and say it. And, it just makes it that much better. Even if I believe the Hawks are going to win this game, okay? Even if we were to lose this game, it gives the 49ers fans some fire. It gives us some fire. It makes it's going to be that much more exciting in Lumen Field. I'm all for this.
And it's on both sides. Jawan Jennings at the wild card podium.
You guys just played Seattle a week ago, and now you're going back. So what are your thoughts on facing those guys?
Can't wait!
Can't wait!
Can't wait to face that. That was Jawan Jennings.
Jawan Jennings.
He's feeling good with that touchdown pass. You know what I mean?
He's
Dual threat wide receiver quarterback.
Yeah, he's a
Kendrick Bourne says that he's been seeing some of that trash talk.
I heard they posted something like this is what they want to. So it's kind of the same build-up. It's hype. It's hype behind the media. It's hype behind everything. But all that matters is when we get there Saturday night and who plays harder, who plays tougher, and the result's going to show. So It's on both sides to do their best, and who gets the upper hand.
How did Hank present that to you guys? Is that coming up over the like the PowerPoint, basically?
Nah. He was just watching the film. He's like, "You all see that on social media?" And we was like, "Nah, none of us really saw it." So he saw it first. We was like, "Send it to us." So we trying to stir it up a little bit. But there's no fear, nothing. We got a team that wants this. This is what we live for. Like, we created this opportunity. People doubting us, the world say we shouldn't even win the last game. So this is what we live for. I love the antics of it. I'm all on it too. So I don't got no particular person I'm calling out, but last time they was talking a lot, and like we're ready for this challenge.
He is probably talking about it, Jenna.
I kind of like the way he handled it, though.
Yeah.
That's more my style.
Yeah. Yes. But I love that there's animosity and passion on both sides of this rivalry again. I love that we are watching one of 4 games this weekend, the 8 best teams remaining, and these 2 teams don't like each other. This is what you want in the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
I'm excited for it. And Kendrick Bourne fairly says people think we should have lost that last game. A lot of people didn't think we'd be here. Yeah, you could say that about the Seahawks, but for a very different reason. People didn't think the 49ers would be here because they're down to like second, third, fourth string guys. People didn't think the Seahawks would be here because they traded Geno and signed Sam Darnold and brought in Cooper Kupp and DeMarcus Lawrence, and people thought those were older free agents, and this team's going to finish in 4th place. Very different reasons. But yeah, both teams had doubts.
Yeah, this is listen, I think deep down inside, the 49ers know that they're going to have to play their best game to beat this team. And I think the Seahawks realize that as well. But I also think there's a respect to each other and the game. They might not say it via social media or, talking through the media, but there's a respect because each team knows. The Hawks know they can't just show up. The Hawks know that there's Christian McCaffrey over there. They know that Brock Purdy, if he is comfortable, he can get loose, that Shanahan's going to devise some plays, that Saleh is a dang good coordinator over there. There's a respect there. After this game, some of them are going to be dapping up. This is what it is. But it's like the pre-fight stuff. All these fighters, you got Conor McGregor talking all of his trash, and whoever his opponent is talking all their trash, and after the game, after the fight, they hug. Like, hey, respect. It's all part of competition. This is old school stuff. This ain't no 2025. Just be nice. Everyone shake hands. Let's have some fun. This ain't 2025 stuff. All right, this is back in my day, 2002 type stuff right here. I love it.
What a year. Mike McDonald, maybe trying to calm that down publicly in a forward-facing platform, tells reporters, hey, this is just any other week. It's week 19. It's week 19.
This is the message, right? It's the playoffs, but this is week 19. This is week 19. This is the 19th week of the season for us. I think that's right. Week 19, and it's Thursday. So I'm thinking about how we're going to play the red zone today and some of the early down stuff we got to fix from yesterday.
He said week 19, it's Thursday, it's 54 degrees outside, certainly cloudy conditions. It's Thursday, it's week 19. Did I mention it's week 19? 1-9, one shy of 20. It's just, I get it. He's an incredibly prepared head coach. He stressed in that Sunday Night Football interview, I need to have the exact same approach. I can't try to outsmart anything or outthink the room or be bigger than the moment. We need to have the same approach that got us here. I completely understand. But to fans, I don't know if it's just week 19. We're talking about the first time since 2013 the Seahawks are hosting the 49ers here in Seattle in the playoffs. That's massive.
It's week 19, but it's the playoffs. But this is the mind game that athletes do, right? Convince themselves that it's just another game. But deep down inside, if you do not win this game, you are going home. Or you're not even going home. You're just leaving Lumen and headed back to the house. You're not flying anywhere. It's important, but it's also important that you convince yourself mentally going to this game that it's just another one because you don't want to get too hyped up. Sometimes you get too hyped up. You get too anxious that you play outside of yourself, and really all you need to do is be the team that you were the whole season, or at least, especially the last 7 games of the season. That's who you need to be to win this ball game. But for us, it's hype. I'm real. I got a text message this morning from a friend. She said, LFG. And I go, what happened? Did you make a new deal or what's up? She goes, no, it's almost Saturday. I'm ready to go. I'm like, oh, okay. I was excited for her. I'm like, oh, you closed the deal? What's up? But that's how the fans are. And it's our responsibility to feel that way because it's our responsibility to show up on Saturday and push this team to victory. So, there's 2 games being played. The athlete game where you try to downplay it's just another game, and then the fans who are just getting amped up, ready to go.
All right, what's Kyle Shanahan trying to do with this game? What's he trying to do here against Seattle?
Keep the offense off the field and wear this defense down. He has to go on 10, 11, 12-play drives to get this D-line tired and keep that rotation going. I think that's their best bet to try to stay close and hopefully for them win this ball game. He also has to try to get Christian McCaffrey involved early and often. He needs to have a game where he goes for about $140 total yards. It can be 80 rushing and the rest receiving. And then he needs to find a way to get an X factor in there. Is it going to be Bourne? Is it going to be Robinson? Is it going to be Pearsall if he plays? Not sure if he's going to play or not. Is it going to be your backup tight end? There has to be somebody else as well to get these guys going.
Speaking of not sure if Ricky Pearsall plays, I'm not sure if Fred Warner will play, but he's talking like he's going to play. And this is a very quick turnaround, by the way, because after the game against the Eagles, Kyle Shanahan did not sound optimistic that Fred Warner would be playing. Then they not activated. Then they designated him to return to practice. And Fred Warner is saying, well, I feel good to go. I feel ready to play. I was listening to a 49ers show with Matt Mayoko and Jennifer Lee Chan this morning, and they were both saying, I mean, he looks good running around. He sounds like Fred Warner. He looks like Fred Warner. Like, we might actually see Fred Warner on Saturday. And I can't tell if this is just talk. I can't tell if this is just gamesmanship and getting this team excited and maybe genuinely trying to see how far they can push it until they know whether or not Fred Warner can play. How much of an impact does it make if he does?
He's not going to be 100%.
No.
Like, I saw a video of him bouncing around and running and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, that looks good. That looks good. I had a high ankle sprain before an Apple Cup, and we were nursing it, and before the Cup, during practice, I had a little bounce to me, but I'm not going 100%. I'm not blocking anybody and putting force into the ground and trying to push another man over. It's different once you get into the ball game. He looks good with his shorts and shirt on for sure. And if he were to play this game, if he could maintain 80%, it's going to make a difference. His 80% is better than 80% of the 100% of the linebackers who are in there right now. But all it takes, he's one step away from re-aggravating that thing. I don't wish that on nobody. I'm just telling you the reality of him coming back so quickly. Like 90 days from a dislocated ankle is crazy. That lets you know just how he takes care of his body. But I don't know. I would have to see it. I have to watch him for a series or two and see if he's really back. But his presence can do something for that team. Knowing that your big dog is back there, getting everybody lined up, it elevates the play of your teammates. But I'm not sure how long he'd be able to last if he were to play.
Question. When you were at Washington State, what team did you guys play? And I don't mean like consistently. I mean like that game that you can remember hating your opponent the most heading into it.
It was SC. It was SC just because they made it personal, because I committed to SC and then I decommitted. So every time we play them, the players would remind me, oh, you should be over here winning national championships, talking crap. And then we go to SC. The fans would remind me. I hated
Felt
SC.
slighted by you.
Yeah, hated
felt
SC.
angry.
The dudes were cool. Like, Lindell White was cool after the game. Steve, all those guys were cool after the game. But during the game, they made it a point to remind me that I should be over
Okay,
there.
what was the playing experience like? Because I would imagine that for players on Sunday, it'll be a version of when you do have a little bit of a personal edge to a team.
I was a bit selfish when I played SC. I wanted to make sure that I got the football and I did my thing because it was personal, and I knew we weren't going to beat them. So I'm like, all right, well, let me go off for my 100 and let me be able to talk my crap a little bit. It's different when you actually have a shot to win the game, though. And I would probably have to shift that to Oregon. There's a couple years where Oregon was like top 10, top 15, and we knew we had a chance to beat them. We beat them one time. They beat us the next time. And that was intense. And, you know, it was more for pride. Like, I've never played on a team other than high school where playoffs on the line or, you know, we're going to a national championship. Unfortunately, I've never had that experience. The closest I get, we're Apple Cups, playing Oregon, playing SC. In the league, we were garbage. In Canada, we were garbage. Football's not been nice to me.
But you do know the feeling of being like, you know, maybe hits hurt slightly less at first. Like, you got the adrenaline going.
It's going.
You know?
Yeah.
Like,
I got hit so
up.
hard by, I think it was Taylor Mays at the time. I believe he's a local dude, too.
Dega, yeah.
Yeah, Taylor Mays hit me so hard on the sideline, and I bounced right back up, and I watched it on
Out of
film.
hate.
And
That
I was
hate
like, yeah,
brought
I
you
watched it on
back to
film. I was
life.
like, I don't know how I bounced up from that.
Let's get to headline rewrites.
Headline rewrites.
Must make headlines.
The real story behind the headlines in today's news.
Powered by Bay Alarm Security Services.
With Bump and Stacy.
Headline number one, the New York Giants are finalizing a deal to make John Harbaugh their next head coach. What's the real headline?
Look, there's nowhere to go but down when your last quarterback was Lamar Jackson. The Giants have an exciting team, some exciting pieces bump, but right now the Baltimore Ravens spot is probably the best head coaching landing spot, and it's never going to be Harbaugh.
Yeah, I think Harbaugh wanted to start over. He got a divorce and he married a lady with a kid. And that kid is Jackson Dart, right? So now he has a stepchild. His dad is gone. He says, I need to help raise this kid.
He's the father that stepped up.
He stepped up, right? So I think that's the way you have to look at this. This is going to be like a 2 to 3 year type of deal.
Mm-hmm.
The Giants are not just automatically going to be contenders. You're still in a tough division. You got Philly who ain't going nowhere. Commanders, you got Daniels who's going to get healthy. It's a project, but I think that Harbaugh is good at developing and nurturing, and he's bringing his boy Monk with him as well, right? And Monk understands how to deal with a mobile quarterback. He's been dealing with Lamar Jackson. So now I think this was the right spot for him because that organization needs structure. I think he brings that, and he has experience dealing with a mobile quarterback.
You know what I'll say about the Giants? They have not been good for a while, and I would group them with the Jets, the Cardinals, the Browns as teams that are pretty routinely of late picking like top 5, top 6. However, they seem to have a little more patience with coaches. Dable was there for a minute. I know he got Coach of the Year, so that extended some time. He got to the playoffs, and that extended some time. But I think that they have more patience. Their ownership has more patience, unsurprisingly, given how storied that ownership family is, than like the Cardinals. Bidwell, that ownership group has fired people so quickly. Like 1 year stints, done. Jets, 1 year stints, done. So I think it's Harbaugh. And the Giants are patient. I think he's got those couple years you talk about.
I think so. He brings structure. He knows how to win. He knows what it looks like. Hopefully, I would love to see the Giants be relevant again.
Not at the expense of the Seahawks.
Nah, I mean,
yeah, they're in the NFC.
You know what?
that's gonna
Actually,
be fine.
I do agree with you overall in that I love a changing of the guard. I love this playoffs because we were talking about the Jags maybe going to a Super Bowl for a minute there. They're knocked out now, but it was cool to be talking about some new teams.
Headline rewrites.
Headline number 2, Charles Cross was on the injury report again, but this time with a new knee injury. He's listed as questionable for Saturday. What's the real headline?
You know, it's easier to feel confident against the 49ers 4-man rush when you're not down to 4 guys too.
Yeah.
Josh Jones, also a non-participant in practice.
That concerns me. Right, with Charles Cross going down, my first thought was, all right, well, Josh Jones has been doing his thing. He should be good to go.
Nope.
If not, then it's going to be Kite, I believe, who's going to step in, who played a couple of plays last game against the Niners because Josh went out for a little bit. Haven't seen too much of him. But, yeah, I'm still pretty confident in this team. I think that because of the 4-man rush, the 4-down linemen that they have, they don't bring pressure. Only 20 sacks in this league this year, the worst in the NFL. I respect everybody, but we do not fear that defensive line.
Headline rewrites.
Headline number 3, Oregon quarterback Dante Moore announced he will return to school for the 2026 season, bypassing the chance to be the number 1 overall pick in this year's draft. What's the real headline?
Dante Moore is giving up an opportunity to join the Jets in 2026 for an opportunity to join them in 2027. They'll be back,
delaying
Dante.
the inevitable.
You can't run.
And you know what's keeping him back? 1, he should develop a bit more, right? That last game wasn't a good look. 2, he's going to get paid regardless. He ain't tripping. He's going to get paid there at Oregon. And then the kid from Nebraska transferred over, but out here he's back in the portal now, though, right? Did I read that somewhere?
I don't know if he's back in the portal.
That was a fake tweet.
Was it?
I saw it too.
Got me!
No, it got me at first. It got me at first.
I'm glad I didn't retweet or anything like that.
Somebody said this is Rayola's chance to be even more like Patrick Mahomes, to back up somebody for a season. It's all part of his cosplay as Patrick Mahomes.
Do you think that Dylan Raiola really does that? Because he says he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
So you think he's...
He
I think he does, but do you think he's like blatantly lying to people?
Yes.
About not...
He says, I don't try to be Patrick Mahomes, I just try to be me.
Nah, he definitely... Come on, man. Come on, son.
You got the same haircut, same jersey number.
Same pregame warm-up.
Yeah. Everything.
It's okay, I guess. Just admit it.
See, I
live your truth.
I would let it slide with the haircut because...
My son has low-key a haircut
That's what I'm saying. Patrick Mahomes... Kids love Patrick Mahomes, and there's a certain age, Dylan Raiola's out of that age group, but not by a ton. There's a certain age where, like, all you've known is Patrick Mahomes being great and famous and, like, the face of the NFL, and a lot of kids have the haircut and the style, and they're Chiefs fans. But with the pregame warm-up, that's where I was like, when they're coming out and like jumping up in the air and doing what Mahomes does, that's when I was like, ooh, okay. No.
It's like Jason Tatum trying
That's
to be
weird.
exactly like Kobe.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like,
We see it.
we've already seen this once.
See what you're
All
doing.
my,
here.
all
Doesn't
my
hit.
son knows is Patrick Mahomes and Seth Curry. That's it. Like that's his
Yeah.
sports world because they've been dominant since he's been, you know, able to understand what the heck's going on. So obviously he's going to want to shoot threes like Curry, and he's going to respect Pat
Yep.
Mahomes and what he does. So he's a product of his era, but he just needs to go ahead and say he inspires me. Just like Kobe said, Jordan inspired him. Kobe's game is similar to Jordan when it comes to the fadeaway and the footwork or whatnot. And he admits it. It's okay to say this guy inspired you. You just got to make it your own a little bit.
Yeah.
It's too much like him.
Also, Dylan, we know it's what you're doing.
Yeah, everyone knows.
You can't hide it. Just be honest. You know, it's weird how those generational things will change. We'll see what this iteration of the Patriots do, but there could be a world where there are kids that go like, what have the Patriots ever done? They've always been bad. And you're like, oh, man, if only you had my childhood. They would crush your dreams every year. And every year you knew Tom Brady would have a chance to go to and win a Super Bowl.